All right, welcome, welcome. And I'm excited because I was chatting with Rachel today and we were talking about focus and how it's easy to lose that focus and feel kind of stuck in where you are and what you're doing and why are you doing it and all that stuff. Um, and if you haven't already gone through a phase like this, you will. So that's something to think about as you do business, do life. I think we've all experienced seasons where you just kind of like, it's just hard, you want to stop or you want to, um, I don't know. So I was thinking today about like focus and where you're focusing is where you're going to go. And just kind of like when you're driving a car, wherever you're looking is where the car goes. And in business, especially in network marketing, which is one of the hardest things to do because it requires so much vulnerability and so much the potential to take on everybody's opinions and put them like make yourself feel that way instead of letting it roll off your back. It's very hard to learn how to let things roll off your back. And if you can't learn how to do that, then you will not succeed in this business because there's a lot of people who are going to think you're weird or dumb or stupid or whatever. And there's also going to be a lot of people who just, they might not think those things of you, but they just don't want to talk about it. And they just have a preconceived idea of what network marketing is or so if you can't let things roll off your back, then you're not going to move forward at all. So focusing on where you want to go instead of all the negative things. So I'll give a couple examples of what is really easy to focus on. It's really easy to focus on the people who just quit. It's really easy to focus on the person that said no thank you. It's very easy to focus on the fact that you're the same rank or you haven't ever ranked. It's so easy to focus on all those things, and that's usually where we spend most of our energy focusing on is all that we aren't, all that we haven't done, all that we all those things. So I would encourage you to switch your focus into gratitude of where you are and what you are doing, and even look back a week, a month, a year and say, wow, I've come a long way. Somebody just said no to me and I didn't burst into tears. Yes, or whatever it is. So there's a lot of things you can do to celebrate and not lose focus in the wrong direction. So we all will do that at some point, and just be encouraged that you're not alone if you do that. And I'm reading this book called The Slight Edge, and I just started it, so I can't say a whole lot yet, but it is really good so far. And the one thing that he said in the first chapter is that the things that get you from failure to survival are going to be the same things that will get you from survival to success. You just have to keep doing them. It's not, there's nothing different between getting from failure to survival. Like, it's the same things over and over. And I think like we kind of want something different usually. Like we want to do like, okay, now maybe if I do this, then that'll happen. There is personal growth involved in there, but as anybody in this business is going to tell you, it's really the same things that will get you from here to diamond or here to gold to ruby, whatever it is. It's just doing it over and over and not stopping. So I just thought that was it's simple, and I think we all know that, but I needed that reminder today. So I wanted Rachel to hop on and share her journey a little bit because she's been learning some awesome things, and she totally keeps me on my toes and keeps me encouraged because, she'll tell you about her little valley and desert. And yeah, so take it away, girl.
All right. I just want to say, if I sound scared, I am 5,000 times more scared inside. This, like, it borderlines excitement and being scared all at the same time. And I feel like that is something that you need. You need passion, you need excitement, but it's okay to put yourself out there. Um, I am a firm believer in affirmations. And one thing that switched my business around probably about a year ago, I hit goals in November, in October 2017, which sounds really hard because I haven't hit senior goals yet, guys. So about a year ago this time, I was like, all right, these affirmations, like, let's get to them, because I know I need to start believing in myself. Like, I already believe in the products. They say that there's two things that hold you back. It's belief in the products not strong enough, or belief in yourself. And I will guarantee you that belief in yourself is going to hold you back a lot more than belief in the products. So I did affirmations for a long time, and one of them was, I am clear and confident when I speak. And I had to speak that over myself. I would laugh about it when I would see myself in the mirror and say that. So if there's someone here that says, I can't speak in front of people, or I am not a great communicator, I hear you. That was me. And I had like such a lack of confidence all of the time. It's so funny when people say to me now, what? Like, how? You're not confident? I'm like, no, that's not me. So that's God's grace and believing in yourself and knowing you can do it. So I've learned a lot about myself, but I realized that I'm a super consistent person, and you have to be consistent with your products. That's something we all know. To see change in your health, these take time. These are not products that are overnight. That's not what we want anyway. So when we talk to people about it, we want to be consistent with our products. Someone once told me, be a billboard for Plexus. So if you're talking about health and wellness, if your life doesn't look like healthy, nobody's going to take anything from you. Nobody's going to listen to you. Nobody's going to take what you're taking. So basically, I was consistent. I knew I was a consistent person. And I showed up every single day, and I said I worked. And there's this video about Abby Kappa. If you have never ever heard about her, YouTube her. And there is a video, I watched it 3 times in the past week. It's called Do You Work, or Do You WERK Work? And it's talking about focused work. So sitting down and doing the hard stuff. And sometimes people put timers on themselves. So whether it's 15 minutes, 30 minutes. A lot of the hard work it's not the, oh, let me comment on their post. Let me see how they're doing. Like, that is not being intentional. That's relationship building. And that's great, but that's not going to get you to that next level. So I had a whole bunch of people quit on me July of this past summer. And I basically reached out to them, and they weren't ordering, and I could easily have gotten frustrated. And I said, okay, are you committed to this, or are you not? And that's fine. And I can push you back to a preferred customer, and you'll still get a good discount. But it's not fair to this amazing company that gives us a great discount. And I wanted to know at that point who was serious about this, because I had so many white lines. So if you have a lot of white lines, please know that that does not define you. I had 8 people in a matter of 2 days say they were done with this, which I could have taken 2 ways. And part of me did. Okay, I'll say for a couple minutes, I did sit in that, why? Like, why don't they see this vision? Why don't they see this excitement? Man, and then I just started working, and I had this awesome teammate, Brandy. I don't know if she's on here, but she'd been watching me for a year. You guys, if you're reaching out to people, continue to reach out to them. Continue to be visible to them. So do those relationship things. Check in on them. See how they're doing. She'd been watching me for a year, and I didn't even know it. Okay, so be consistent with your posts. Be funny. Do you, okay? Make Plexus a part of your life, but make sure you're consistently posting about it. Because I had a friend that also said, are you still doing it? So I don't know if they just snooze me or block me or something. But I was like, yes, I'm still doing it. So that made me be like, okay, well, I need to post about Plexus more. But anyway, So first off, I would say consistency in all things. And then secondly, don't get down on yourself when those people do quit. Because like I said, I had eight ambassadors just pull out. And I've had people that have hit silver and stopped. I remember I had a rock star when I hit gold. She had like 6 people under her and she stopped. And that could have defined me as well. And I know that I will be diamond someday, and I'm not afraid to say that. And it's scary, and it makes me want to pee my pants some days, but I'm gonna do the hard stuff. So this last week, I really sat down and said, I'm done with the fake working, the fake going on Facebook, checking in with my team every once in a while, and kind of like the whole management mode. It's so easy when you get a little bit larger of a team to do that. You kind of want to check in. You want to answer their questions. You want to help them get to that next level because you see the potential in them. And so much of them is so much of your business is poured out into them. You still need to be working on your own personal business. You still need to be reaching out. And I'm a firm believer in cold messaging. I know that we probably have different viewpoints here, but I feel like if cold messaging is done well, it can be so effective. And if people have been watching for a while, you won't ever know. Some people will never ever reach out. Brandy was one of those people. I reached out to her. She said she would never reach out to me. So it's just amazing when you think of someone, reach out to them. They have incredible tools in our back office. That's what I've been using for the past 5 days. Finding diamond documentaries and say, okay, who in my dream team, in my potentials, can I see this fit into their life? Who would this speak to? And be real. It doesn't have to be this. Mary June's amazing at those messages. Those are just an idea, guys. This is not like a scripted, send this and you're going to get, if you send this, you're going to get an ambassador. If you send this, you're going to get a potential. No, that's not how this works. This has to be you. Your passion and your excitement has to flow out of that message. So mine are just super vulnerable. Lately, it's just been like, hey, I thought of you so much. I saw this. And literally, I'm like, are you sure this is her name? Because I'm pretty sure this is you. And there's just so many different, like so many similarities in this. And I see you rocking this. And just pour the same belief of why you would be picking them for your team, why you would be picking them, why this would be an incredible fit for them. And think about, like, say it's someone that's very, very comfortable in their corporate America job. Lori and Kristen Abart will talk about this a lot on the Biz site. I don't know if you guys go there a lot, but they talk about go for people that are happy where they're at with their jobs, that are successful, because those are the people that are hard workers. So that can even be part of your message to them. Hey, I know you rock at, what you love what you do, and find the link to that to Plexus. So a lot of mine are like teachers because they're such hard workers. They love other people. And I'll say that. I know you love other people. I know when you get to the end of the day, you don't have enough energy for those kiddos, for your own family. And I'll just try to find that fit. So I found Melissa Eichenhorst. She's an example of the amazing diamond. And if you've never checked out the diamond documentaries on what are they? I think on their product and under tools in the back office, they scroll all the way to the bottom. They just updated all of that stuff. Use it. And there's a ton that they just did since Super Saturday. So that whole, the share and the different steps, check that out. Take an hour. I would suggest you to do that in the next week and go back there and look at all the incredible tools. I mean, I can't even scratch the surface on all that this company gives us. Like for $40, $39.99 a month or a year, that's crazy. I mean, they literally set us up for success. So if you want this, you can go get it, but you have to believe in yourself. You have to know without a shadow of a doubt that you can do this. And one of the ways that I got to where I am today is because I did those affirmations. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, just Google them. They're basically what the areas, pick like 5 areas that you struggle in. So mine was being clear and confident. And one of mine was being influential because I didn't think I was. And one of mine was speaking my rank over myself. So you want to speak those truths into your life because you don't even realize what you're thinking about yourself. If you're laughing when you're saying, I attract rock stars or business rock stars, if you can laugh about that, keep saying it to yourself. You have to believe that that's true about you. You have to, and if you want to grow, you'll get there. Okay. And if you can't believe in the products, I can't even tell you how many times people have come back to me and said, well, I read horrible things about Plexus, or I read some really crazy reviews. I'm sure we all read those same reviews on Google, if not a whole bunch of other ones. So know that they're out there. I even say sometimes to people, I'm sure you read some crazy stuff about Plexus, but you know what? I can find ridiculous things about anything. So I will try to get them to understand like where my heart is. I believe in this, and I will find a testimony that speaks to what they're dealing with. Okay? So believe in the products, believe in yourself. Know you can do this. Amy is sitting here as a mom of 6. When she reached out to me 3.5 years ago, I guess it is now, I was like, oh yeah, that's great. And what Amy doesn't realize is I blocked her for probably about 7 months on Facebook. Like she'd reach out to me, private message. Guys, if she never did that, I probably wouldn't keep watching her. Like I would still, even though I blocked her, you can still go back and like look at the other person. What is it? It's snooze or something, unfriend or unfollow or whatever. Anyway, so I just would challenge you, continue to reach out. There's a line of being harassing. We all know that. If you find an article or if you find a diamond doc or if you find a testimony that you know your friend deals with this, or this just speaks so loudly to who they are and what they can be, share that with them, okay? Be personal. Don't use the scripted 2-3-liner. When Mary June puts those amazing messages up, tweak it to sound like you. Okay, ultimately, this is your business. This is not Amy or Mary June's business or my business or Abby or John's or Rachel's. This is your separate own business. And don't be afraid to just live in the fullness of who God created you to be. I don't know if we're all believers on here, but I am. And this whole journey has definitely brought me out to just speak about the Lord. And I feel like that is the coolest thing about any of it, because half of my team is probably unbelievers. So to be able to be in leadership over women and men who don't know the Lord, I just think that is such a cool thing that you can not only share the health and financial freedom, but also just your belief. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. If you have questions, hopefully that made sense and I wasn't all over the place. I'm like, sometimes I get so fired up that I'm like,
no, you're amazing.
Just keep going.
I love it. You're so inspiring, and you obviously walk the talk, you're not just like, yeah, I did my mess. Like, I love what you said, like the fake working. I'm totally guilty of that sometimes. I mean, we all are, and that's good. You have grace for yourself, and but it's hard to admit too, it's hard to say that. And it shows, like, you cannot say, and this goes for any area of life, you cannot say like, I want that, and nothing is changing. Like, you can't, like, you don't believe them. Like, I wouldn't believe me, or whatever. So if nothing is changing, there's a reason, and you have to figure out what that reason is, unless you're very comfortable with where you are and you're fine with that. That's only for you to know. But for me, you have to get to that fed up moment that you are just done. You're done with that, whatever that is for you. So, yeah, no, thank you. Actually, I'm going to share my screen real quick because I am so glad you brought that up. because I did not know there are Diamond Docs. Oh my goodness. So when you're in your back office, you go over here to this little sharing Plexus part and you go to tools. So I'm already there. And then scroll here. There they are. Diamond Docs. Boom. Look at that, you guys. So cool. And I know they're working through all of them right now, making them all compliant, which is incredible. So what a gift. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. So I'm going to be looking through that. Maybe just say, hey, I'm going to watch one a day. I mean, we all watch probably more than that on TV. You know, they're not that long. So, and then the other cool thing is up here, if you go up to my business, no, sorry, training center, resource library. This is where you do, like, it's so easy. Start here, start now. Just click there first, start there. And then down here, there's 3 steps and that's it. So it's really is, they are totally setting us up for success. Like you said, I love that. So yeah, get familiar with your back office. I know I need to get re-familiar with it because they have literally changed this in
Jump in on that.
Yeah.
The sharing part, they uploaded the lady, I mean, I didn't see all of Super Saturday, but the lady that talked about sharing, she does a video and then they have all of the PDF files. It is really good. Okay. So I would say go there because she just, I mean, at least when I watched it yesterday, the day before, and I was like, okay, here we go. Let's do it. Like, she just has a way of speaking that gets you kind of like, I'm going to do this.
Yeah. That's great. And also the community, the ambassador Facebook page is great. They're like, I can't even keep up. It's so good. Like, there's a lot in that toolbox for you. So yeah, there's definitely something for everybody. And I really appreciate you sharing, Rachel, your thoughts and your journey so far. And yeah, I can hear you talking on that stage. Absolutely. You have a gift. So yeah. Anything you want to share, Mary June, before we wrap up?
Hey guys. I don't think I have to share anything after that. Rachel, you were incredible. I agree with Amy. I'm really glad that you spoke the affirmations over yourself because that we get to experience the gift that is. And that's one thing. If you guys have a hard time speaking affirmations over yourself, because sometimes cultures we were raised up in, or maybe religions we were raised up in, it's hard to know like where the balance is between self-love and, you know, just all of that. But honestly, gifts were given to us always to give out. Our gifts were never given to us for only us. And so when you're speaking these affirmations of yourself, it's literally to bless those people around you. And to watch Rachel, to watch you like do that, that's like you're giving us that gift. And so I just feel like even for my kids, it gave me chill bumps to sit here and listen, because I was like, if you would have never had the courage to say that and to own that, we would be missing out. And so it blesses you and you get to live out that, but it also is so, so, so good for the world around us. So live in your gifts. I think we all know, like, I feel sometimes like those are what the affirmations are that we need, because we know the areas that we're gifted in, but we're too scared maybe. Or maybe it takes a spouse speaking it over you, like maybe going to your spouse and saying, what is something you see in me that you feel I'm afraid in, or whatever that is. So thank you for doing that. Along with focus, I was just watching a woman speak recently, and she speaks for multi-level marketing companies. So she's like this gifted speaker. And she talked about the need to stay hungry and what that's kind of like focus, what that can look like for your business. And it basically is what Rachel was saying is doing those things daily that keeps you hungry, that keeps you motivated, that keeps you doing the same things really. And I thought, you know, I think I had let myself just dry up a little bit. I'd kind of let my hunger go away. but doing those action things is always what brings it back. Like action brings that hunger back. So kind of the same way as going to the gym. Like when I quit going to the gym, it's really easy for me the next morning to say, well, I don't know, I'm really tired. I've got a full day. When you go and you spend the money for the membership, it kind of recreates the hunger. You see the results. You have the camaraderie of the other people at the gym. You have encouragement. And so just do the action every day to keep your hunger on. And I also did not know that they've got those diamond documentaries up. I was literally wondering where people are finding them. So thank you. And one thing that I learned this week was, my kids taught me this. So thank you, teenagers. So you can see, if you're on Instagram, you can see sometimes how people, and Amy, you actually do this as well. I think I'd asked you and still couldn't figure it out. So I had to have my kids show me. You can see sometimes that people put videos up like on their stories. And I was like, how are they recording these videos so that they come through so clear? There's a screen record button on your homepage, or on your, I don't even know what page it is, that you can screen record. So if you're watching a diamond documentary on your phone, you can screen record it and then have that to upload to your stories, which I love, because people watch stories on Facebook and Instagram so much. I mean, it's kind of like watching YouTube for some people. And so if you can get Diamond Documentary to get on there and share it that way, I think that's a genius way to share as well.
Yeah.
Maybe you have a better way of explaining how to do that. I had to go to my settings and actually type in screen record, and it popped up.
Well, I can't find my phone to show you, but yeah, like if on my phone you swipe down, some you swipe up, and it's like the flashlight, the alarm, all those little things are there, and there's a circle, and that is the screen record button, and just play around with it.
Mine was not there. I had to actually go search for mine, but it was, so I don't know why. Like, I don't know if it came.
Maybe it's the updated. I have like the 12.
You have to enable it. You have to go to settings and
Okay.
enable it.
There you
That's
go.
what I had to do.
Yeah.
But I have a question. So when I tried to do it, I think we talked about it last week. The microphone was catching what I was watching, but it was also catching like the room I was in.
Oh, ooh, okay.
I don't know. Maybe Mary June, you can ask your teenagers about that one.
Yeah, I will.
I was like, well, I can't post this because it sounds like a tunnel almost.
Would it work if you put in earbuds and have
that's-
like your,
I'll try that.
because that would kind of, like, that kind of captures noise a little. I don't know.
I'll try that next. And if that works, then I'll let you guys know.
Then we'll see it on your stories.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. No, I love that. Thank you. Cool. Well, I have unlimited minutes now. I don't know how that worked. But anyway, I'm still going to wrap up because I told Matt I would be done at 9. So they start coming in at 9. Well, thanks so much for joining us, you guys. And yeah, really appreciate all the thoughts. And I recorded it, so I'll have that available if you want to pass it on to your teams. And yeah, have a wonderful night.
See you, everyone.